As twilight draped itself over London, the familiar silhouette of Tower Bridge loomed above, majestic and timeless. Edgar, an elderly fisherman, stood at the edge of the Thames, his weathered hands clasped around a fishing rod. The air was thick with the scents of the river and the distant echoes of city life, a vibrant contrast to the serene waters lapping at his boat. Each evening, he found solace beneath the bridge, where history whispered in the gentle current and the sounds of boats and laughter faded into the background. With practiced ease, he cast his line into the shimmering water, feeling the pulse of the river beneath him. Edgar knew every ripple, every shadow hiding in the depths. For decades, he had shared his secrets with the Thames, pouring out stories that danced in the fading light, tales of lost treasures and the lovers who once embraced along the riverbank. Tonight, as the sun dipped below the horizon, he prepared to weave yet another chapter into the tapestry of memories that bound him to this storied place. As evening settled in, Edgar leaned over the side of his weathered boat, feeling the cool water slip past his fingers like a familiar whisper. The air thickened with the stories that blossomed from the river's depths, forming a connection between him and the Thames. Each night, he cast his line as he shared fragments of his life with the water, trusting that it would hold his words close. "You remember them, don't you?" he spoke softly, gazing into the shimmering surface, where memories danced like the light above. The river, ever patient, listened intently, as it had for decades. Edgar's voice intertwined with the lapping waves. All the tales he cherished poured forth like a spell, weaving a tapestry rich with nostalgia. He spoke of storms weathered, laughter shared, and dreams chased beneath the bridge's towering shadow. Tonight, he could feel the river responding, the gentle current echoing his thoughts, urging him to share even more secrets nestled within its depths. The quiet night bristled with anticipation, hinting that something or someone was about to break the solitude. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, Edgar felt the gentle tug of nostalgia in his heart. He leaned back against the edge of his boat and began to recount the tale of the shimmering silver fish, a creature that had glimmered like a fallen star under the rippling surface of the Thames. Years ago, it had danced around his bait, leading him through the murky waters to an undercurrent of forgotten treasures hidden beneath the bridge. With each word, Edgar conjured vivid images of the past, enveloping the night in a spell of mystery and wonder. The rhythmic lapping of the waves echoed his voice, lending a soft accompaniment to the narrative as he recalled the thrill of discovery, feeling the pulse of the river resonate with his heartbeat. It wasn't merely a story of fish and treasure, but a reminder of the countless lives intertwined with the waters, their glimmers forever etched into the fabric of time. As Edgar leaned against the side of his weathered boat, the soft lapping of the Thames against its hull seemed to beckon him to share another tale. "There was once a couple," he began, his eyes glimmering with the fading light, "who would meet here at twilight beneath the watchful gaze of Tower Bridge." He conjured the image of two lovers, their silhouettes entwined against the golden glow of the setting sun, whispering sweet promises as the river provided a gentle soundtrack to their secret world. He spoke of their laughter floating in the air, mingling with the calls of distant gulls, and the way the current seemed to carry their dreams downstream. But the river, though a silent guardian, held its own secrets. One fateful night, a sudden storm churned the waters, parting the lovers forever. Edgar's voice softened with melancholy, the realization of love and loss intertwining with the rhythm of the evening. The story lingered in the air, a haunting echo of what once was, as the last rays of sun slipped beyond the horizon. Edgar's voice took on a somber tone as he recalled the ghostly echoes that lingered in the waters of the Thames. The stories danced on his lips like mist rising from the river. He spoke of sailors from centuries past, their laughter intertwining with the gentle lapping of the waves, yet underpinned by the weight of their lost journeys. These men set sail with hope, only to find themselves swallowed by storms or consumed by the depths. He painted vivid pictures of an old vessel, its sails tattered and worn, drifting silently as it carried the souls of those who never returned. The river, he said, whispered secrets of their fate, holding their memories like precious treasures. Clara listened, entranced, as the atmosphere thickened with a melancholy that resonated with both loss and love. In the soft glow of twilight, they sat together, bound by the stories that wove through time and the eternal flow of the river. The fog rolled in thickly that night, shrouding Tower Bridge in a ghostly embrace. As Edgar sat in his small boat, the world above dimmed to mere silhouettes. The soft lap of water against the hull broke the stillness, a natural rhythm that had accompanied him for years. He felt a presence in the mist, an unexpected stirring that pricked at his old heart. Then he saw her, a young woman, barely visible at first, her figure emerging like a whisper from the haze. Clara carried a sketchbook, her curious gaze darting around the enchanting darkness. Edgar felt a flutter of tension. Solitude was his faithful companion, but her aura drew him in, tempting him to share the stories he so cherished. "Excuse me," she called, her voice a gentle breeze against the heavy silence. "Is this not the most magical place?" A smile broke across Edgar's weathered face, as he sensed that this night's tide was about to flow into uncharted waters of connection. Clara settled on the edge of Edgar's boat, her sketchbook balanced on her knee as the fog curled around them like a silken veil. "Your stories," she said, her pencil poised, "they whisper of a London I've never known. I feel like I'm seeing it through your eyes." Edgar, initially guarded, found her enthusiasm refreshing, the way her gaze danced over the river's surface as if wanting to capture its very soul. "I've always talked to the water," he admitted, a hint of warmth seeping into his tone. "It listens, you see. Each ripple carries my thoughts, my memories. You must feel the stories in the waves, too." Clara nodded, her eyes alight with curiosity. "I want to know more. The river, it holds secrets, doesn't it?" As their conversation flowed, the initial distance between them dissolved, revealing a bond forged in shared wonder and the timeless tales that danced beneath Tower Bridge. Clara's curiosity sparkled in her eyes as she leaned closer to Edgar, her pencil gliding over the sketchbook. "What is it about the river that inspires you?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Edgar paused, letting the question hang in the air, harmonizing with the gentle lapping of the waves against the boat. "The Thames isn't just water," he began, his voice rich with nostalgia. "It's a storyteller, weaving tales of lives lived and lost. Each tide brings memories, whispers from the past." He gestured to the flowing current, as if inviting her to see the stories submerged beneath the surface. Clara nodded, captivated, her heart echoing the rhythmic pulse of the river. She spoke of colors capturing the essence of the water, the deep blues and flashing silvers, and how the river seemed alive, breathing with the city above. As they exchanged thoughts, the air filled with a shared passion for creation, building a bridge between their worlds. As the night deepened and the fog thickened around them, Edgar leaned closer, his voice steady against the rhythmic lapping of the Thames. Clara's eyes glimmered with curiosity as he began the tale of the mysterious ship that once haunted the waters. "They called it the Ethereal Dawn," he said, "a ghostly vessel that appeared only during the darkest hours of the night, laden with lost souls seeking their way home." Clara's pencil paused on the page, captivated. Edgar described how the ship, with its tattered sails glowing like a beacon, would glide silently along the river. Those who witnessed it spoke of whispers, a soft calling that lured unsuspecting travelers into the depths. Many strong and brave souls either dared to board, seeking adventure or escape, only to vanish like the mist, he continued, his voice tinged with an echo of melancholy. Clara, entranced, asked questions that revealed not only her intrigue, but an unfolding connection, as they shared the delicate threads of life and longing, woven together by the river's whispers. As they settled into the rhythm of the night, the air thick with shared stories and the sound of water flowing gently by, Edgar and Clara felt the spark of an unspoken bond. Laughter erupted like a sudden splash, breaking the stillness as Clara recalled a humorous mishap from one of her sketches, her eyes sparkling with delight. Edgar chuckled, the warmth of her spirit rejuvenating his weary heart. They shared anecdotes of their lives, his years spent navigating the Thames, her quest for artistic inspiration. Each tale peeled back layers of their experiences, revealing the fragile intricacies of love, loss, and yearning. Clara leaned in closer, captivated by Edgar's words, while he found solace in her youthful eagerness. The night deepened around them, and with every laugh and pause, they became entwined in a tapestry of shared histories, the river whispering secrets only they could hear under the watchful gaze of Tower Bridge. As the sun dipped beneath the horizon and the moon began its ascent, a soft glow enveloped the world beneath Tower Bridge. Edgar, watching the tranquil dance of moonlight on the water, felt the weight of his years pressing gently against him. Clara, absorbed in her sketching, captured the essence of the bridge with deft strokes, her pencil gliding across the page like the flowing Thames. The air thrummed with a silence that spoke volumes, a peaceful pause between the stories they shared. Edgar's gaze drifted to the shimmering river, where memories of laughter and sorrow played like shadows in the moonlight. He realized how intertwined their lives had become in such a fleeting moment, a testament to the connections forged beneath the bridge. Clara, sensing the depth of his contemplation, looked up, her eyes sparkling with understanding. The shared silence deepened their bond, a fragile yet beautiful thread weaving between two souls, tethered by the whispering tides. As the moon cast a silver glow across the water, Edgar reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, aged fishhook. Its surface was worn smooth, the memories of countless catches and heartfelt stories embedded in its metal. "Clara," he said softly, his voice almost lost in the gentle lapping of the waves, "take this. It's a token of our time together, a sign of trust between us." Clara's eyes widened in surprise as she accepted the hook, its weight tangible and heartfelt. She could feel the stories it held, a connection to the river and to Edgar's world. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice earnest. "I'll treasure it and promise to return." Edgar smiled, warmth spreading through him as he whispered a blessing from the river, urging her to keep the magic of their encounter alive. In that moment, they both understood. Bonds formed in silence and shared histories are the strongest of all. Clara stood, her sketchbook cradled to her chest, gazing at the first hints of dawn breaking over the horizon. The soft glow of morning cast a gentle warmth over the river, transforming the silvery mist of night into shimmering light. Edgar watched her, the weight of their shared moments lingering in the air between them. The stories he'd told and the laughs they had shared felt like a bridge spanning the gap between their lives. "I'll come back," Clara promised, her voice barely above a whisper, filled with sincerity. "There's so much more to capture here." Edgar nodded, understanding a connection that transcended age, the river, and the passing tide. He reached into his pocket, pulling out the aged fishhook, its history as rich as the tales they exchanged. "Take this," he urged, placing it in her palm. "A token of our meeting. May it guide you back." As she smiled, dawn kissed the city awake, filling the space with hope.